Hello everyone, this is Pranay. Today I'm going to show you how to connect a MySQL database using PHP. Okay, for this will be our exercise number 8. I'm also going to show exercise number 9 because both are interrelated to each other. So first we'll see exercise number 8, that is how to connect to a MySQL database, and first we'll see how to make the database. It's a very simple thing. Just go to phpMyAdmin. In that you put new. Okay, I've already created a database, so if you take new, you can create a new database there. In that you can create a new table and give some columns in it. I've created two tables in this case. Okay, the first table is a login table in which the attributes are id, user and password. Okay, now the second table is the story table, in which this is actually a personal diary. Okay, a web application in which I'll take a name of the person who is writing the diary, as in his personal secret or story, whatever it is. Okay, I'll store the date also for that. So the required field for this table is name, date and story. Okay, and this is how you create. This is our database. Okay, now let's see how we can connect to this database. Okay, so we're gonna create a PHP. First we're gonna open a PHP file, project, new PHP. Okay, in that first I'll, a string variables, I'll put my server name. In my case it's a localhost. Username, that is the user for that particular database or the MySQL database. Okay, root, there is no password for my database. Okay, and the database that I've created inside my MySQL is experiment 8 Webtech. Okay, so I'm going to connect this database using I'll take a connection variable. It's a normal connection variable equal to MySQL connect. The attributes or the parameters that are given are the server name, username, password. If this is successful, then it will connect to the database, as in connect to the actually the server. Okay, the MySQL server. Okay, otherwise the connection or die function will run. And how to connect to a database? MySQL underscore select underscore db, as in database, connection and database are the attribute, as in the parameter or die. Okay, that is how we connect our database. So for in our case, in our what do you call, in our web application, we're gonna create a what do you call, we have to get name, the date and the and what the story, right? So those we can get through form elements. Before that we have to authenticate or validate the user. I think this is an authenticated user for this particular what do you call personal diary, because personal diary is like, it needs to be secret and no other person can access it. For that we need a login what do you call, login kind of page. Okay, so first we'll create a login page. In my case I've created a login page form. I've used method post action index.php. I've created labels, username and password, and I've put as input type text, password as input type password, and input type submit. Whenever I submit, the values will go to the PHP form. Now let's see, when I put submit, it'll be here, it'll come here in this portion. As you can see, if is set post submit, if it is submitted, then I'll get the username and put it in a variable user, and get the password, put it in the user password, and I'll create a SQL query. Okay, that SQL query will be what? SQL select star from my table name, where user is the user that I got, the password that I got, limit 1. For example, I'll get only one row in this case. Okay, and the result set. Okay, the result set will, how will you get that? MySQL underscore query connection comma SQL. You will get the result. You will keep this in this variable result. Okay, and that's it. Now if MySQL of number of rows is equal to 1, I'll say I'm logged in because those are my correct details. I'll start a session. Okay, session start. Okay, session underscore start method, and in a session global variable I'll put the username. Okay, and I'll go to the next page header, the next page location. So how you put, I've kept the I've kept the URL in a string. So the URL is location http localhost experiment number so and so, next page dot php, and exit. So this is how you'll get into your login. After you logged in, you'll go to a next page. Okay, in that page I've created a simple what do you call like for example, to get the name I've asked who are you, what day is today, and these are small form elements. I've styled them using CSS. Okay, here also when you start this what do you call this page, so before getting into this page you have to also start the session. Since you have started the session here, also you have to start the session here. Okay, and connect to the database here also. Since we are going to enter the values from this particular page, you have to connect to the database, the same thing, in the same way that we did in the previous PHP file. Now what we're going to do here is simple. We're going to insert some values. Only the query part is changing. So if is set the post, if it is submitted, then name, date, story I'll take into these particular variables. I'll create a query. I'll run that query using MySQL query function. The parameters are connection and SQL. Okay, and now those will come in the result set. If the result set is true, I'll say that your secret is safe. Okay, that is a basic what do you call our exercise number 8, and we'll see how this works. Okay, so first I'll just run this page. Okay, there's already a username here, so before that I'll just randomly put a wrong name. For example, there is no name as AS and the password is something like this, username and some password I kept it. Okay, so I will log in. See, here it is saying enter your correct logged in details. Okay, so it's a wrong password, so that particular person cannot go to the next page. Okay, let's try put in the correct details. Okay, I'm Pranay. My password is already saved in here, so I'm logged in. So login. Okay, this is our next page, next PHP page. As you can see here, next PHP page.php. So who are you? For example, I'm typing here lots of names. So I'll type here Ronnie. My name is Ronnie. Today's date I want to mention. So I mentioned today's date by 379. Today's secret is like I feel good. Okay, that's my today's secret. In my case, I want to save my secret. Okay, and my secret is saved. Let us see how this works. Okay, yeah, actually I pressed it 2 times, so that's why it got saved 2 times. So as you can see, name Ronnie, today's date, and my story is stored in the database. So by this we can tell that our experiment number 8 was successfully completed. That is to connect to a MySQL database using PHP. Okay. Now in our 9th experiment, we're going to use Ajax to just check whether that particular user is there or not. Okay, this is connected to the same experiment. That's why I'm continuing that with the same video. Okay, so let us check how that can be done. Okay, it's a simple thing. Here we are going to work with XHTML what do you call HTTP request object, and through that object we'll do some things. Okay, first what will I do? So in my username section, whenever there's an on blur, okay, that is if I go to some other text box, an on blur function will be this event will be activated. So whenever this event is activated, a check user function will be called. In that function, whatever particular value is there in that text box will be passed to this function. Okay, so we'll go to the check user function. Now in the check user function, a string is passed here. I'll create an object of XML HTTP.request, XML HTTP request. Okay, with that object I'll open. In this open method, there are 3 parameters. First is the get method, how you're getting it. the next URL or the location of the page with the string, and whether it is asynchronous or synchronous. In this case it is asynchronous, and I'll send those. I'm sending these to the usercheck.php file. Okay, and whenever we get a reply from that user, what do you call this particular PHP page, this function will be activated. That is xml.onReadyStateChange. If this is ready state equal to 4 and the status is 200, I'll get this the text from this user check PHP, and whatever value, whatever was echoed in that user check.php in this dot response text, that will be sent to this inner.html, that is document.get element by id division 1. So in division 1, that particular field will be shown. Okay, now let's see a usercheck.php. So what am I doing here is just I'm connecting to a database, my same database. In that database, okay, I'm getting the username value from the index php, okay, and I'm keeping that in a variable named as input. If I'm checking if the input variable is not null, then there's a query, okay, SQL query, select star from my login table where user like input, okay, and I'll get this result set. If the number of rows of result set is equal to true, I can say that user exists. User exists. Okay, else I'll echo user does not exist. This echo value will be returned to this what do you call this dot response text, and that will be kept in this document.get element by id division 1 dot inner html. That in turn will be displayed here. It's like whatever value is coming here or caught here will be displayed in this particular division element. Okay, that is the basic working of an the Ajax. Okay, this is the main part of the Ajax. Okay, let us check how this works. Again, I'll open this what do you call my index. I'll run this index page. Okay, now it is run. Okay, so username Pranay is already there. Okay, again I'll type it Pranay, Pranay. I'll just go to the next text box. And as you can see, it says user exists. It means I'm already existing. Let us try, for example, named let's say Raj, whether Raj is there in the database or not. I'll put in password, so it will say that user does not exist. Okay, this is the basic use of Ajax. Okay, hope you have enjoyed this video and learned something from it. This was exercise number 9. Bye bye.